Hey, how's it going everyone? It's me, Mally, and I don't want a real job. Now, before this video begins, guys, I'd really appreciate if you were to like the video, subscribe, share it with all your friends, all that YouTube stuff. But yeah, I don't really want a job. And I know that sounds like such like a stupid thing to say because that's how human civilization works, is like you need a job to survive. But also, there needs to be somebody who doesn't get a job, like where would America be without the people who are homeless? No, but jokes aside, I am gonna be sticking to this YouTube thing for, as long as I can without going like completely bankrupt and absolutely going insane. I'm gonna stick to this whole YouTube thing, and I know I missed an upload like the other day, but I was at a quinceañera and I would not have been able to get a video out that night. I'll be honest with you. But just in case anybody was wondering, that is why I did not make a video probably, 2 days ago? And you might be wondering, Mally, why are you making another video about this? You kind of already told this in like 15 other different videos, but I'm here to basically summarize everything I said into one compact video, not spread across different videos on different topics. If this was like an anime, this would basically be like a recap filler episode, but not quite filler because it is still lore, but it's mainly just recaps from other videos I've made. And I'm not pulling any of this out of my ass, right? I've felt like this since basically the day I was born. I've always felt this way about just income and jobs in general. I think, right, my general idea in life is if you're not doing what you love, then there is no real point of doing anything. And I feel that way about basically everything in my life. Like I don't do shit that I don't want to do, and I don't talk to people who I don't want to talk to. I kind of want to be like my own boss, kind of like live my own life independently, like as much as I can. And I know it's kind of hard with like, being in control of the government and shit like that, but like I'm not talking about doing any crimes or nothing. I'm just talking about kind of being completely dependent on yourself. And I actually have made money from like this online content creation, even though the only way I have made money was through my streaming, which like I don't really do as of recently. But that's just because there's like so many people staying at my house right now. There's no chance in hell I'd ever be able to stay live for more than like 20 minutes, And I know that 20 minutes still like is a good thing, that like it's still content you can put out for people. But like whenever I stream, I like to stream for at least an hour, But yeah, I also just haven't really had the time to stream as well, especially with these daily YouTube videos, and my life is kind of like more active nowadays than it has been in a really long time. So in a sense, I guess you could say I have a job. It's just not a very successful one, But it is one that I love doing. Like I love this shit. I love recording the gameplay. I love like recording these voice lines for you guys. I love editing the thumbnails, putting it all out, and just seeing how the community responds to all this, Like in one of my last videos, my skating video, it was the second one I've made so far, and someone said that the video made them want to start skating, and like that's kind of everything to me, Like I came here to inspire people to have a good time, to follow what they want to do. That's why I'm here. Like that's basically why I'm on the planet, because I want more people to do what they want to do and not what others want to do. Because at the end of the day, all you have is just you and your thoughts, So I feel like if you're not following those, then what are you doing? You know what I mean? But it really was special, like that I kind of inspired somebody to go and do what they wanted to do. Even if they didn't go and do it, I still put like the thought in their head, And I know I said, like 1,000 fucking times in the span of like 2 minutes, but that's just how passionate I am, Like I get lost in the sauce. And I just said it again. And I also put in a lot of hours to this YouTube and streaming stuff. Not really so much to streaming anymore, but it used to take like a decent amount of time for me to do all this. Recording these clips and like recording the gameplay, like and uploading everything takes about 3 hours for me to do. And back when I was streaming for like at least 3 hours. That's like a 6-hour workday. So, I'm pretty proud of that. And, I know I don't stream as much as I used to, but I'm sure I'll get back on the streaming eventually, because if I do want like content creation itself to be my job, then streaming would be a great base for me, because I wasn't making anything stupid, guys. I was making probably 2 cents a day, which if we were back in like the 50s, then maybe that would be like a viable way of like making a living. Nowadays that's like almost laughable. Luckily for me, I have friends who like don't laugh at the amount, or at least if they do, they try to hide it from me. But for the most part, I feel like most of my friends have been supporting of the decision I made to quit my job. And it's funny because we all, not all of us, but most of us worked at the same like place. But yeah, for the most part, everybody's been kind of chill about it. And like I've felt some passive aggressiveness about it before, but like me personally, like if I feel like something's disrespectful to me, I try to have them repeat it to see if they like meant it in a malicious way or not. And so far I haven't really caught anybody, but there has been a few times where I felt like somebody was trying to like throw a little shade my way, but I shut that shit down, don't worry. And the funny thing is, I was actually planning on working as a commercial fisherman like almost a year ago now, man. Like I had all these plans to move back to my hometown or like Miami or some shit like that, just somewhere close to my hometown, and then just like become a fisherman and make YouTube videos at the same time. But then I kind of realized that like I'll never be able to make enough money to even get started down there. So like in all reality, I am kind of stuck where I'm at right now. There's nothing I could do to get me out of the spot that I'm in. Like there's nowhere I could work that would be like any beneficial to me or help me get my own place or anything. Like there's no place around me where I could get myself like unstuck from the system. I'm just kind of fucked, you know? So YouTube is my only option, and streaming. But I've always wanted to be like a YouTuber and streamer, you know? So it's like, it's not like that was like not gonna be my original plan, because YouTube and streaming was always gonna be my original plan. It's just I would have liked to become like a fisherman or something, just because it's one of the only other things aside from YouTube that I actually like doing. Like I don't like doing a lot of things, but fishing and YouTube are basically, you know, they go hand in hand for me, and you can make great videos while fishing. Like it's one of my favorite categories of like content of all time, you know? And so it was kind of unfair how I kind of like figured that out at a very bad time in my life. I was already like pretty down on myself, and I figured out that like I'll never be able to pursue my dream, at least that dream. And so I was like, well, what the fuck, man? And it kind of sent me to a spiral, you know? Like that was back when I was making like one video every other week, because I was like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do, you know? And I was also working at my other old job, which, you know, it wasn't really hard, it was just really fucking stupid. But yeah, now that like I quit that like I know most YouTubers wait until they make money to quit their jobs, but like I don't know, I feel like if YouTube doesn't work out, then the rest of my life just wouldn't work out to begin with. So I am kind of putting all my eggs into one basket, and I'm running with the basket, you know? Like I don't even know if the basket has a hole in it yet. I don't even know if my eggs are fragile. I'm just sprinting, because what else can I do, you know? Living the lifestyle that I live, just like the no looking back kind of doing whatever the fuck I want lifestyle, it's kind of like really stupid of me, you know? And I am very aware of it. I still choose to live it because I don't really have another choice anymore. I kind of chose this path, and now I have to ride it fully, because if I don't, like if I do a half-assed, then I would really be fucking myself. And when I talk about me wanting to make money, never once in my life have I ever wanted to be like, oh, mega ballin', you know what I mean? I just would love to be able to be like self-sustaining nowadays. Like I would love to be able to buy a car that doesn't break down on me every 2 days. Like that's like my actual life, you know? Like I wish I could go to a grocery store and maybe like buy some shit and not have to like freak out because I've been locked down in my bank for 3 months. Like I wish I was able to get my own place and like be comfortable there and not be afraid that I was gonna get robbed or like having someone broke in my house, you know? And be able to pay for Wi-Fi that's like good enough to stream on TikTok and Twitch at the same time. Like that's always been kind of the dream for me, you know? Just being able to live your life, not even be the most wealthy guy ever, you know? Like I don't want to be the next Jeff Bezos. Like I don't need to be the next Aiden Ross, a million houses, like just buying Rolls Royces left and right. Like I never wanted that, you know? I would like a car that doesn't break down. I would like a house that locks automatically or like has cameras outside of it. And what I'm about to talk about kind of involves like religious beliefs and like standpoints and just like my personal opinion on shit. So if you want to hear some real shit, just keep on listening, alright? So I'm not a beggar, you know? Like I've never begged for anything in my life. At least at like not like seriously, you know? Like the other day I begged my friend to buy me some fries as like a joke, and he actually did, so shout out to him. But like I've never begged for anything serious in my life, you know? And I remember there's always just like this one example that I saw on TikTok, and it actually worked for someone, you know? Like aside from all the people begging for money, just absolutely screaming for money on TikTok live, I remember there was this dude who posted a TikTok. He was like, all I want is a PS5, guys. Like, can y'all blow my shit up? All I want is a PS5, man, you know? Like, I just want y'all to buy me a PS5. And like, you know, it actually worked for him. He had like 100,000 likes or some shit. I'm sure he posted a link to like a Cash App, and I'm sure he bought himself a PS5 and a lot more than that, you know? And like it kind of happens the same with like small YouTubers, you know? Like they get so like lucky somehow. Like some random person finds their video and then posts them saying to blow this guy up, even though their content isn't that good. It's just like, and I mean, like imagine if like an old grandma made videos just about like farting in the camera or some shit, and someone's like, yo, check out this grandma, then she blows up and boom, that's her career. You know, I've been praying for like years that would happen to me, you know, and I haven't even gotten like a lick of that. And I know that's like not really how God's supposed to work, but like it would be so cool if just now and again I could get a little something like that, you know, like I could blow up on like just one thing, like one TikTok. Like one TikTok can get like 1 million views and I would actually be able to get an audience, you know, like hitting 1,000 subscribers seems to be the easiest thing for every single person except for me. It's like, it's nobody's dream but mine, but it's like, it's the hardest for me to achieve. And I don't know if God has anything to do with that or if he even cares about just trivial shit like YouTube. Do I have to resort to like actually begging and not working hard for like what I want? Like, is there any point for me to like bust my ass doing like daily videos? Or should I just beg on TikTok live, begging people to send me money, you know? Like, what should I do? What would be more viable for me? And I'm never gonna become a TikTok beggar, you know? And I'll always be posting videos. But at some point, I just kind of ask myself, like, at what point am I gonna really just give up on this dream? At what point am I just gonna have to, like, go out for a job application and make $9 an hour for the rest of my life? You know, never making it anywhere. And I've spent probably, like, the last 2 years of my life just praying for my dreams to come true, praying for success, doing everything I can to try and, like, see it, you know, like, grasp, get my hands on what I want in life. And I put in the effort, you know, like I put in as much effort for that as I can. And it kind of seems all useless, you know? And like I haven't even really told anybody this, so you guys are getting like the inside scoop. But I've more or less kind of lost faith in like the Christian belief, you know? Like I know it's like really messed up for me to say this. Well, at least to me it is, you know? You know, I feel like after all like the things I do, what I've gone through, what I've tried to do to help myself, I feel like it's just kind of all useless, you know? And I try to have faith that one day I'll get to where I need to be, but it's kind of hard, you know? Especially when it's just like radio silence for years. Like to somebody who's never felt this way, it's gonna sound so stupid, you know? Because I'm not asking for the world, you know? I'm just asking for like a sign that it's gonna be worth it in the end, you know? That I'm not wasting my life away doing all this for nothing. And the fact that I haven't gotten a sign that proves me otherwise is like actually one of the worst feelings in the world. Well, for those who do know, it is one of the worst feelings. And I am trying to get through it all, you know, like I'm trying to stay strong and remember that like there will be times like this where you don't know what will happen. You know, that's just what life is. So I'm trying to deal with it the best I can. I've been wanting to do this for so long, and to just give it up, it's like, I don't know if I'd be able to, you know? And I've already lost so many friends because of like me doing YouTube, and like they don't want to be known. They don't want to be like associated with me. They don't want to have a friend who's like the weird YouTube guy, you know? So I've lost friends. I've already been made fun of by like people IRL that like I knew. So it's like, I don't really know what to do. Like I know I need to stay strong, but at what point do I have to just say like, I don't know, you know? And no amount of praying really eases my mind. No amount of praying really makes me any more sure of my future. And going back to like the people begging for followers, subscribers and all that shit, I just don't get it, man. Like it works for everybody but me. And I don't know if that sets me up for greatness because I'm having to like actually earn the subscribers I get, or if it's just the universe telling me to quit. And I won't be listening to the universe, but like I really want to, you know? I just can't. Like, I just physically can't give up on YouTube, because if I do, then basically I'll be admitting defeat. I'll be accepting the fact that I can't do what I have wanted to do my entire life, and I would never be able to live with myself if I like accepted that fact. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I know it took like a really fucking depressing and sad turn towards the end there, but I just had to get all this shit off my chest, you know what I mean? Like, I'm never gonna stop doing YouTube. I fucking love doing it, you know, like it's my dream job, but also like like, I was just trying to give you a rundown of what's going through my head a lot of the time. But with that being said, this is the end of the video, guys. If you liked it, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, share it with all your friends, all that YouTube stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video.